Beyond the veil of what the Hebrews considered to be mortal fear in the darkest reflection of Kabbalah is something beyond the black mirror reflection of the anti-creation, anti-cosmic tree of death. Instead of the tree of life, the tree of Dath, or the Klipothic spheres that make up the tree, a mystical map that can be approached and learned and powers unlocked by the left-hand path practitioner, the Black Adept. The Klipoth are more or less leftovers of creation in Hebrew cosmology, and there is a macrocosm conceptualized as the tree of death, is not in our cosmos, but is in the shadow, is the anti-cosmic impulse, the primal darkness that is embodied in chaos, ever changing. But there's also a microcosm, tree of death, the Klipoth, Sitra Achra, that the individual formulates, connects with, and communicates and receives the demonic impulses, centered with the adversary being Samael, Lilith. My book, Infernal Union, Sinister Initiation, and Satanic Psalms, is a grimoire and on the surface a Bible of the devil. But beneath the surface, it is a grimoire of Luciferian theurgy, a continual connection to the triad of the morning star, being liberation, illumination, apotheosis. It is a meditative, perhaps ritualistic, different levels and different focuses of Luciferian magic within this grimoire. Now, within one of my earliest grimoires, Liber HVHI, trespassing religious, monotheistic, dogmatic laws, and connecting to the satanic, the Luciferian realm of which is light and fire, to shape the darkness, was a natural succession of what my path would lead me on as I work through the years. Infernal Union is, in some ways, an answer to Liber HVHI. Both can be used together. Now, part 2 of Infernal Union is a dedicated, serious, intensively pragmatic and mystical dedication to the Sitra Achra, or the other side, the Klipoth. But instead of focusing on all of the tree of death, we're focusing, which is key here from my studies and practices, Sitra Achra, from Lurianic Kabbalah and other avenues of that, reaching in and connecting with the adversary, the demonic, if you will. Now, there are really 2 key points in the work of Infernal Union with the Klipoth, which most, if they can ease into this and seize the potential in those, which will take varying amounts of time, most will strive to just reach that. So expanding beyond the tree and the different spheres were not the focus here, but Makuth, Malkuth, which is the Black Earth, is the entry point of the Qliphoth and is related to Nahima or Namath, is focused on pragmatic, practical self-mastery in the cosmic world that we live in. Cause and effect. Luciferian pragmatic philosophy applied. Entering with the words of power utilized in the rites within this grimoire, along with the techniques of creating a talisman with a focus point, burning it, and performing a meditative, repetitive mantra, which are composed of names of Lilith, Nama, and associated with Malkuth, is to gradually master the earth from your cause and effect, what you affect, your direction in life, within reason, barring the chaos that creeps in. Then the foundation of Yesod, the moon, and working in inverse Sephiroth is associated with infernal union and the crooked serpent or Leviathan called Hivlia is a beneficial and malignant force. It's the circle of this, as I wrote in Luciferian Witchcraft, one of my second grimoire, is the moon and is the opening and ruled over by Lilith, but also unites Samael, Zamiel, Samael, Lilith as the balancing point in Leviathan. This creates the apotheosis, the initiatory merging of the satanic gnosis of infernal union, which relates to our idealized potential as individuals, balanced as spiritual, but also pragmatic individuals who can go forth on our path in life and lead by example in our own unique ways to varying degrees. These are key aspects of the path of infernal union, liberation, illumination, apotheosis. Now, the Lilith triad of the Black Moon, which is within infernal union, features to be utilized with that, the infernal union and the Yesod ceremony, which is satanic or Luciferian theurgy. It's a ceremony of the other side, invoking Qliphothic energies, those fueling you, and you are fueling that in the anticosmic abyss, if you will. There's a balance in mastering it and not allowing it to derail you or overindulge you into weakness and dissolution. So pragmatic, self-determined application of will is key in these aspects. Luciferian philosophy applied. The ceremony, which is a more or less a liturgy, invoking names of power in specific formulas, specific words, causing reflections and images in the mind, is a Luciferian Gnostic Qliphothic rite that is fairly long, because there is, as you read each section, you're not supposed to just read it, but use your imagination to visualize each word as it is occurring internally. And you're applying will, desire, belief in a continual, momentous focus to where only in the ritual chamber, in those moments, you exist right there. What you're doing, nothing else matters outside. Nothing exists outside of that. With a focus towards your specific goals that you have, which are internal and thus external. This initiatory process becomes a momentous focus of energy. Check out Infernal Union, Sinister Initiation, and Satanic Psalms, and all of my books at Luciferian Apotheca, as well as Clepothic, Satanic Luciferian, and Pagan, and witchcraft-oriented tapestries, circles, altar cloths, oils, incense, and such. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, Banama.